Well, hello there. How are you doing? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Erica, and I am working on day number 25 of MerMay. My prompt for today is Aquamarine. So I decided, well, one time, I don't remember where, I mean, I'm sure it was on the internet or something, but I read somewhere that aquamarine, if it's a real aquamarine and if you put it in the ocean, it becomes transparent, like you can't see it. So now I don't know how true that is. I'm not sure, but I like the way it sounds. So that's kind of what I wanted to do with this piece, was make it look like she was transparent. Aquamarine is one of my favorite stones, but I could be biased because it is also my birthstone, so that might also be another reason. But it is really pretty. I love that. I love blues and greens and purples and those like cool watery colors. Of course, I like earthy tones too. I really like all colors. I can't say there's any colors I don't really like. I mean, they're all okay, right? I mean, there's some I like more than others, but I can't say like I hate a color. I don't hate any colors. I do have some that I like more than others, but yeah. But yes, definitely the watery colors are some of my favorite colors. Now I'm officially down to 6 days left of MerMay, so only 6 more paintings left. I feel like this is the real countdown now. We're getting down into the nitty-gritty now. I want to give a shout out to Tremor's Art. She has also been posting a video every day, and she's following along with my prompt list for MerMay. And she does digital art, so if you'd like to see the awesome art she's creating for MerMay, there will be a link to her channel in the description part of this video. The piece she did today had a ton of detail in it, and it looked awesome. I feel like mine was so simple today, and hers had so much detail in it. I also want to shout out Harriet at Mafanwinia's studio. She is following along with my prompt list as well for MerMay, and she is posting some really cute art over there. And she's also narrating Hans Christian Andersen's The Little Mermaid in her videos. So definitely go check them both out. Like I said, their information will be down in the description part of this video. So one thing I wish I would have done just a little bit different with this piece is I think I should have maybe somehow distorted the sand part, like maybe made it dip a little or something. But other than that, I was really pretty happy with the way this came out. I just basically did the background color, and then I went back in on the blue part with just layering the blue so that it got kind of like a shadowed look to it. And then for the sand part, I just used a little bit of purple to do the shadowing because I figure, you know, purple over yellow is going to kind of give you a brownish color anyway. So it would be a good way to get a nice transition between the two halves. So yeah, I was pretty happy. I wasn't exactly sure how it would look. I wasn't sure if I made the right decision by leaving the sand color in the background. But in the end, I decided I did like the way it turned out. And I just went ahead and, you know, kind of took some darker blue and pushed down on the sand a little bit just to give it a little bit of maybe like it had some distortion to it. So that did help. And instead of using my Uni-Ball pen this time, I decided to try some white acrylic paint. And I wasn't sure how it would work on paper because I've only used acrylic paint ever on furniture or on wood. I've never used it to paint in a sketchbook. So I decided to give that a try this time, and it worked really well. It was kind of easier than using the gel pen because sometimes the gel pen gets gunked up or something and it'll like stop you have to clean off the tip and then go back. And it could be because, you know, I'm doing it over watercolor too. That could be my problem. So this just was a lot easier putting it down because I knew I was going to have to use a lot of white, and I didn't want to have to try to fight with the pen the whole time, you know, and then by the time the drawing's over, my hand's covered in little swirlies of white ink. And it's been a while since I've really worked with acrylic paint, but I have to say, probably of all the paints to work with, acrylic is probably my favorite, only because it usually dries pretty quick, and once it's dry, if it gets wet again, it doesn't lift or change color. You can go over it. But it's like I said, I've never used it on paper, so I don't do that, and I haven't been doing a lot of art on canvas lately. It's all been on paper. So just haven't tried using acrylic, but maybe that's something I'll try now that when MerMay is over. Maybe I'll see how that holds up in some of the art books. So I'll definitely say, though, the white worked really well for doing the highlights. And now I'm just putting in some little fishies with the metallic paint because I can't use the gold leaf in this book. Or maybe I can, I just did it wrong, but yeah, I found that the gold leaf sticks and the metallic ink does not, so we're going to stick with that. And I want to thank everybody so much for watching today's video. And I want to give a big thanks to all of my subscribers. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate you guys so much. Sorry about not being very responsive in the comments, but as soon as May is over, I will be back on that. So, alright, everybody have a great evening. Love you guys. Bye!